Hello people, good afternoon, Merry Christmas, hope you've all had a good festive season. I'm out on the rocks today doing a bit of, well basically I'm giving this mark one last chance because I fished it a couple of years ago, I had fish out of it, I fished it a few times since and just been weeded out and stuff, and every time I'm like, no, I'm still confident it's gonna throw something out. So got a sort of small to medium tide. I think the ebb's about 1.3, something like that. There's a bit of a kind of, well, I was about to say dying easterly, although the sea, even since I've been here, seems to have picked up to about maybe 4 foot, possibly 5 in places. So I thought, right, it's bottom water, it's about 4 o'clock. It'll be dark about half an hour after that. I'm going to give it maybe 3-4 chucks. It's quite a narrow gully, so if there's anything there I should know pretty soon. The wind swung north, it's bringing with it that horrible wet kind of like drizzle, so you might be able to pick it up on the camera. It's pretty bloody miserable, to be honest. I was sat in the house before eating food, drinking cups of tea, eating Christmas chocolate, watching films, and I was like, nah, I've got to get out and give it a crack. When we'll find out whether I would have just been better sitting in the house, we'll see. I did have 4 consecutive days on the sauce between Christmas Eve and Boxing Day, and to be honest, I'm starting to feel pretty pickled from it all. So I was meant to be out today, but I thought, nah, I'm just going to wait until New Year's Eve, I think. So quickly run you through the gear. Starting at the business end, 6-ounce sinker, rotten bottom, that's like a VMO sort of canny link version, I suppose. Squid and carp, tried and pulley, start right, 7.0 BMX and a 5.0 Cedra octopus hook. 120 pound rubbin leader braid, 100 pound mainline braid, I think it's Whiplash. That is wound on to my Saltist Saltiga, 14,000p, and I'm on the compass. And as you can probably see, the rain is absolutely smashing it down now. So couldn't have timed it any better, really. So let's get out there, give it a chuck, hold the rod, and see if standing in this dreadful weather is gonna yield anything. Making sure not to break my neck. Just like that, as you've done your intro, the main rain decides to stop. You just can't win, can you? First bait's in. It's more or less where I wanted it. It's slightly further to the right, is that strong northerly. When you're using such thick braid and a big bait, it doesn't take much wind to sort of blow it off course. But anyway, put that in. We'll get another rig baited up and just fish hard for a few casts and see if we can pull something out. I probably look like a garden gnome right now, but the main thing is I'm dry. Right, this has probably been in half an hour or so. Not a lot going on with it, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably go and stand as far out there as I can, because we're bang on bottom water now. As I said earlier, it's only a 1.73 ebb, so it's not going to fly in, but it's too far over there to take all the gear up, so I'm probably just going to cast the next one out. Well, definitely into rough ground, which is what we wanted. probably lost me sinker, but I've still got the rig on, I think, which is good. Oh, there's not. Every time I want to do something, that rain just kicks in. Just keep getting these like squalls coming straight out the north, so it's not the most comfortable of fishing. But the good thing is, it's very, very overcast, which obviously for daylight fishing isn't too bad. What have I lost? Oh no, I've just lost my hook length, so get the next rig clipped on, and I'm just, as I say, I'm just going to hold me rod over there for a bit and see if there's anything here. Right now I'm really sort of just killing a little bit of time until darkness falls, because this gully isn't particularly deep, and I was fishing yesterday and the water was a lot dirtier. It has cleared up a little bit, so that darkness is going to be even more critical to the whole operation. So, right, we'll have a wander up there and I'll catch you in a bit, hopefully with a fish. Right, 2 casts in. Had 1 bite before that. Whoops, sorry, I'm rocking you a bit because the tripod's just secured me box. Had a little rattle before, but nothing. And to be honest, I feel like I've just been killing time until this darkness sets in. So I've got two baited rigs. The tide is beginning to properly push in now. I'm going to give it these 2, and if nothing comes of it, I'm going to shift, because that'll be, how many will that be? That'll be 4 casts I've had, and it's only a small gully, and granted it would have been better fishing from it being dark into darkness, but it is what it is. I don't want to waste too much of the night, because the longer I stand here, the less inclined I am to find the energy to go to another mark, if you know what I mean. Especially this wind, because it's pretty biting. My hands are usually fine, and my hands are a little bit cold tonight, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, we'll get this next rig in and take it from there, really. Right, people, well, turns out that my hunch about this gully was right, because a little bit of darkness, wasn't the most tentative bite, but I thought it was much bigger than what it is, because it was slightly foul hooking the gill, but I'll just hold it up the other way for you. There he is. It's probably easy 5. He's still fighting, so I'm going to try and get him back. He's damaged his gill a little bit, but he was upright in the rock pool there, so I'm not going to keep him out for too long. But I'm absolutely over the moon with that, because you can probably see the fins. That northerly's really picked up. I'm getting blown all over the place here, so there he is. Really, really happy with it. Let's try and get some air through his gills and get him back and get another bait out. Get in. Right, folks, well, I got pushed off that last mark. We came on, I just thought, nah, I've had me hunch about it, got a nice fish, I'm happy enough with it. I suspect it's not the sort of place you're going to stand and bag up, because it's not a big gully, so I think it's probably just a kind of, maybe a one-hit wonder. Might be wrong there, it's trial and error. So there's a few marks around us that I've fished numerous times, but because I feel like I'm sort of ahead a little bit with that fish, there's just a little spot that I've never fished before. I've looked at and walked past 1,000 times, but I just thought, you know what, because I'm feeling sort of slightly ahead of the game with that better fish, I'm just going to follow my nose another chuck here. The tide's coming in and the swell is going to build. I'm kind of like casting over the, I'm not casting directly into it or into a, I mean there is a sort of channel, but I'm going to be casting like over the back of the wave, so there is a chance I might get pulled to the right, but I'll try and counter it a little bit by casting to the left and not tightening up. I know out here there's some huge kelp beds, so I'm hoping that there's just maybe a fish or two just kind of swimming in on the tide, but let's whack one out. Right. Have to just keep an eye on this tide. I did walk along a kind of higher ridge, so should be all right. I'm just going to stand and hold me rod because I've got a feeling this might be one of those places where take your eye off the ball and it's chaos. Just had a knock, it's wound into it and there's a fish on there. The problem I've got though, it's got itself fast in the kelp. Gutter didn't feel bad either, but it's absolutely fast, so give it a couple of minutes. I am going to have to be a bit careful because this tide's pushing in. Oh man, it's good at that, like first chuck as well. I can feel it knocking away. Come on, get yourself moving. Oh, nah, just doesn't feel like the sort of snag that's going to come out without something giving way. Frustratingly, problem I've got here is that I've got water either side of us now, so it's not like I can walk, try and pull for a break. I'm just going to have to be a little bit patient and then just go for it, which is never the easiest with a 100-pound braid, like. But right, here's another dreadful squall coming in. Sorry, you're only at kind of box level here because I wasn't expecting to do much more filming. I've just had a couple of pretty decent bites actually, so if I can avoid setting me neck on these rocks. There was 3 lads next to us that now all packed up, which probably tells us something. There's a bit of weight on that, but it's gone now, whatever it was. That's the end of that. Well, people, sorry that's not a great angle, it's just the weather's pretty dreadful. So I didn't get anything on that other little spot. Still getting squalls of like nasty sort of cold rain out of the north here. I'm probably going to make this my last cast because I've been out in this weather for about 6 hours or so now. You always know it's Christmas by the kind of snacks they eat when you're fishing. You can't whack a little Ferrero Rocher, just a little ball of goodness to keep you going. Thought I had a bite there, I'm getting pulled to the right a little bit. The other reason I'm going to have to leave, which is pretty ridiculous but is annoyingly a fact, I usually carry 2 of everything except scissors, and they've just come apart, and every time I've pushed them back together I've got a little bit more life out of them, but the little sort of metal rim that they pop onto obviously is just worn because I'm pushing them back together. So trying to take wrapped bait off pennel hooks is, in the dark and the wind and the rain, it's highly frustrating. Already had a rig out, already had a half a wing cut ready to go, so I thought, right, sod it, I'll come up here, whack this out, and then to be honest, I'll let this fish out and then I'll be gone, yeah. So unless you hear anything more from us, i.e. I catch a fish. Thanks very much as always for watching. Apologies it hasn't been the type of video that I usually like to produce, which is plenty of stuff to look at. It's just been stop, me talking to you in the dark, fortunately with a decent fish though. So thanks as always for watching, it is appreciated. I'm not going to say Happy New Year yet because I'm not quite sure when this video is going to come out. Actually, I will say Happy New Year just in case I do put it out in the new year. So Happy New Year. If not, enjoy your New Year's Eve or your New Year's Day, whichever one you prefer to have a drink on. Maybe you do both. I haven't got the constitution for that anymore, unfortunately. It's been a canny session, we've dodged around, it's been hard work, but the hard work's paid off, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks as always for watching. Hope you've been out and about getting a few. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you soon.